Hey friend, welcome to our very first studio blog. Today, first of all, I really to set up, I just went blank. Welcome to our very first studio blog. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Vlog.
What did I just say?
Vlog.
Let's take that again. Hey friend, welcome to our very first studio blog. Dude! Hey friend, welcome to our very first studio vlog. Today, I already did my workout this morning. It's really important for me to do a little bit of exercise, maybe a walk if I can't make it to the gym. I got my coffee, two extremely necessary things before hitting the old work times. But today in the studio, we have a video that we already posted about the new studio. We've been in here now for like 2 or 3 months, something like that. And renovations are taking, to start the renovation process, it's taking a lot longer than we anticipated, but it's starting next month. However, I need a vibe in here. It's been a little uninspiring in here, being in here for 2 months with no art on the walls. So today, I'm gonna hang up some new wall art that I got from this place called Value. I'm a sucker for Instagram ads. What can I say? They got me. And they're really cute. I love Picasso. Picasso and Henri Matisse are some of my favorite artists. So there's a couple of pieces in this collection of wall art from them. And I'm gonna just hang it up wherever I feel like, because it's temporary. Next month, that wall that I'm probably gonna put it on is gonna come down anyways. So I'm gonna hang those up, kind of set the vibe. I've got some painting to do. I already wrote a bunch of emails, did a bunch of admin stuff for the biz. I batch work all of my emails for my email list, my weekly emails. So I banged out 6 emails today, 6 blog posts today for next month. Feeling pretty good about it. So once that's out of the way, I kind of just clear my mind, and taking a little break from my desk to hang up the wall art collection is gonna feel nice. And then I have some new ceramics that I got from Sylvan Clayworks. Her moon palette is so cool. I love her work. And then the new water cup that I got has a brush holder on it. Super cool stuff. So I'm gonna play around with that. I'm really in the mood to paint marigolds. We just planted a ton of marigolds in our garden. Bright orange, fluffy goodness. They look like little fluffy pillows. So I'm gonna be painting some of those today, just to brighten and just, scream orange today. So I'm gonna do that after I hang up the wall pieces. So let's do it. For now, to kind of get myself ready for the day, get my creative juices flowing, get my mind and heart and soul ready to paint and be creative. Gotta put on a dope playlist. I'll link to my favorite painting playlist here in this video. Gotta clear the space. Sometimes I do Palo Santo or Sage. And then just putting up some wall art right now feels like it's gonna help get the creative juices flowing and make me more excited to be in this space. Not that it's awful or anything, it's just, it doesn't feel it yet. It's really important, in my opinion. It's one of the most important steps of the whole creative process is setting the stage, or getting your mind right and your intentions right. So even doing some sort of creative writing, I love to do creative writing and just automatic writing, where you're just writing whatever comes to mind and getting in the flow of writing and not second guessing what you're writing. You might write things that don't make sense at all when you're doing this. It's not your typical journaling process. It's just literally whatever comes to mind, you're writing it down on the paper. And starting with that. Sometimes I like to write to my younger self. Sometimes I like to write to my future self. and see what comes out. But that part of the creative process really helps me to see maybe there's some insecurities today, or there's some fears that are popping up that I need to work through. And it maybe sounds like a little bit over the top and like a stretch. Why do you need to do that before you paint? But it's all about getting into that flow state before trying to even force it. So a lot of people have that, like, it's really difficult to get into that like right brain especially after like spending time writing emails or setting up doctor's appointments or whatever you're doing before you get at your desk and start painting. So to really set the scene, get into the flow state, or at least get started to getting into the flow state, I really love doing some creative automatic writing. And it doesn't have to be long, just a paragraph or 3 paragraphs, a couple paragraphs is all you really need. And then that really helps me. Bomb playlist. Doing some breathing exercises too if I'm feeling extra weight on my body, or I'm feeling maybe a little anxious or stressed or whatever. Just doing a couple minutes of breathing exercises, and sometimes doing that before I start getting creative. It really just helps the creative juices just flow. When I was a wedding stationery designer before I got into licensing, I was painting what my clients wanted me to paint. They were the creative director, the art director, and I was told, paint these flowers. This is going to be in my wedding bouquet. We have these colors because our bridesmaids' dresses or whatever. So I didn't really have the inner art director, and needed and craved a lot of like sessions or, time where I could just do something for myself. Didn't do it enough, and so that's why the burnout was real with the wedding stationery industry. But now that I do licensing, or I kind of like start my painting process with, I want to paint what I'm feeling inspired by. I've been getting into gardening a lot lately at our new house. We have a nice size yard, and so I've been planting a lot of new flowers, and whenever I need to deadhead something, or maybe the marigold blooms are about to die off or whatever, I'll just pluck them off so that they can get extra blooms. And I've got them here as like live study props. And I've been loving having like actual references of like live subject references. And obviously I paint a ton of flowers. That's like what I'm known for, is painting flowers. And so having flowers easily accessible right outside of my studio window, and just being able to walk through and be inspired by the colors, and then also being able to bring them inside my studio for inspiration, really also helps to set the scene. I know not everyone is going to be able to have that accessibility, so there's obviously great reference photos online on Pinterest that you can pull up. But if you're able to, maybe pot some indoor plants that are flowers, or coleus leaves, or something that you maybe are like really drawn to color palette wise, or you really enjoy painting, so you can have that inspiration from the outside, inside of your studio, or wherever it is you're painting. Maybe you're painting at your kitchen table. Like when I first started painting, I was painting in our tiny one bedroom apartment that was like right next to the kitchen, and in the living room. So it was like living room, painting desk. I'm grateful that I even had a separate painting desk and didn't have to clear it off like the kitchen table every day. But I know that not everyone has the space to just like have a creative space or a painting space. So try to make however small your space is, even if it's 1 foot by 1 foot square on your kitchen table, try to bring as much inspiration as you can, because setting the scenery is so important for getting in that flow state. And that's when you make your best work. That's when you don't have that ego, that voice that's saying you shouldn't be doing this, or that sucks, or whatever, because who cares if it sucks? I've always said this. I've like said this for years, and I used to have prints in my online shop that said, create something today, even if it sucks. And that is just so good and true, because if you think of it in the way of enjoying the process and not just the outcome, you're going to pick up a lot of stuff along the way, along that little journey of painting and doing art things. You're going to pick up a lot of things that you maybe wouldn't have if you were just so stressed and focused on the outcome needing to be perfect or needing to be exactly how whatever you had in mind. And yeah, every artist has things that end up in the trash, so enjoy the process. Well, that was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the new studio vlog, the first one ever. Maybe it was insightful for you. Maybe you learned something or two about setting the scene, the creative process, flow state, all of that. But the purpose of these videos is just to give you an inside peek of a professional artist's day and what it looks like for me, setting up my painting area, getting work done, setting the vibe, the scene, inspiration, flow state, all of that. So let me know below in the comments if this was helpful for you, or maybe you have something that you love about your creative process and how you set the scene or whatever that maybe I didn't mention, because I'm always looking for new ways to get in the vibe before I start painting or doing anything creative. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.